difference between me and you.
Yes, sir. Shaky YouTube, man. See what's going on? Well, you probably can't see what's going on, but I'm gonna tell you what's going on. You feel me? But I'm out here in Massachusetts, picking up at the stadium. See what it's called. DCU Center. Little short loaded trailer of whatever type of equipment they need in it. I don't really care about that. But it's supposed to be ready at 5 o'clock. Right now, it's 4:39. Just got off the phone with the contact. He said it's not quite ready yet. So better to be a little earlier than a little late, because I'm trying to just shake over the Pennsylvania, because that's where it's going. You know, that's a little 300-mile run or something like that. And yeah, man, we coming up on the end. This might be the last one that I document. So I figured I'd just go ahead and do that. Let me holler at old buddy real quick. And the trailer's as empty as hell. Clearly, it's gonna be a whole lot of sitting and waiting. I guess I could just hook up to the trailer. Well, I don't know which trailer's mine. Oh, okay, he calling me over there. Move your ass, my boy. Move your ass, boy. It's not even near completion. Back up under it just yet, because they got some equipment right here to the left of me. So once my man Brett move that, I'll be able to hook up. Just gotta hurry up and wait from that point. Hurry up and wait. More waiting. It's all good. I ain't start my clock. You know, in the paperwork it said that we can't deliver until tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. to 5. But I spoke to old buddy. He said you can drive straight through, so that's perfect. It would have been nice if it was ready, but it is what it is. Also a game tonight, and if things go well, I'll be able to sit down and watch at least the second half of it. But it is what it is. Bittersweet moment, yeah, but I just know that when it's time, it's time. Alright, that's the thing. Complacency is a hell of a thing. You can sit around and doing the same thing because you're comfortable, but there's a point in time where you have to become uncomfortable. You see what I'm saying? And whenever you get into a new endeavor, it's a little uncomfortable. But as long as you prepared in all aspects, just not mentally, you gotta be prepared all around, then you know it's gonna be a sweet transition. So that's what it is. And KB, what you talking about? What you gonna be doing? Hey man, you know I'm gonna put you up. Let me just get right. A big part of doing power only, leased on with a company for as long as I did, it gave me all the game that I'm gonna need when I'm standing on my own 2 feet. You see what I'm talking about? That's the best part about running power only, not just doing drive-in, reefer, whatever, because there's different sectors of trucking where you can go ahead and capitalize. So I got the power only game down to a T, so I know what it's about. So when I'm making my next move, power only, you know what I'm saying? We can make it work. I'm thinking about 2 more weeks. Well, more than likely 2 more weeks. It'll be that final phone call that I'm just go ahead and put out there and run up the last 2 weeks, then go home and finish up what I need to do. There's the last, some minor few tweaks I need to make when I get home. So I'm gonna run 2 more weeks and I'm gonna go home. Well, that's as long as the weather don't get crazy, because we've been having some wild situations that I've been ducking. I seen the last video when your boy got caught going home. I said I was gonna stay home, but I was home for 3 weeks, and it got a little boring. I ain't gonna hold you. So we have to get back out to go get a quick bag. 2 weeks is cool. 2 more weeks. As long as the weather ain't bad, I'm gonna run it straight through. I'm gonna stay out and finish up nice and strong, and then that'll be that. Are you gonna give us the giblets, KB? Are you gonna tell us where you at? Yeah, I'm gonna make a whole video about it. And anyone that's considering doing power only, not only with a company, but with their own numbers and everything, you'll have a good understanding of how it goes. I think that's the best way to go. Yo, listen, people do what they do, but in my situation, from my point of view, it's always best to take your time. Ain't no rush, because as quick as you rush, as quick as you fall. That's all I'm saying. But when you prepared all around, you good. So I'm more than seasoned right now, so we can go ahead and take another step. A lot of people wondering like, yo, bro, why you ain't been doing it, man? You out here giving game, you know what you need to do. Why ain't you been doing it? Hey, man, you know, we don't need to be rushing. We don't need to do what everybody else doing. We take our time. We finesse. Yeah. Very important. Look at this goofy. What are you doing, my man? This is the type of shit you dealing with 2:30 in the morning. His license plate leaning. I can smell the bud coming from his window. Yeah, I already know what's going on, man. See, I wonder where I'm at. Back up in my stomping grounds, man. They took forever to unload. Well, not to unload, but to load your boy up. See what I'm talking about? So we back through here. I'ma just run straight through like I said I was. Makes more sense than to sit around. Look at him. See, extra, bro. Extra. But not surprising. You know, if I get down to the road and see his car upside down, I wouldn't be surprised. But anyway, this is what it is, man. They took longer than I would have liked them for them to take. You know what I'm saying? But here's what it is. I'm just gonna bill them for 2 hours. They got 2 free hours, and the other 2 hours, yeah, I'm gonna need my check. Yeah, you're gonna have to run that check up. You know what I'm saying? Send that through. Quick, fast. I need my back end. You did. I'm thinking as I usually do, especially on the nighttime tip, man. The brain just be going. Maybe I need to drive more at nighttime, because this is when I could create some content that it really be having me thinking. And when it be having me thinking, I gotta come through, because you know the voice gotta come through and say what's on the mind.
And the difference between me and you is you better sit on your ass, back up from another man, holding out your hand. The difference between
always gotta stay on point when you're out here, man, because it's a good chance that somebody looking for a come up, especially around these areas. So just stay on point, man. That's what they out here doing. But nonetheless, yo, I got an email from a young buck asking me like, yo, KB, man, I'm 24 years old. Feel me? Been driving since for 4 years now. So he started at 20. And he asked me like, yo, what advice you have for me on being on the road and try to avoid being lonely? Yo, well, what can you help? How can you help me out? What advice do you have? Man, the first thing that popped in my head was like, you asking the wrong person, dog, because those emotions or those thoughts or those feelings don't really manifest in my brain. You know what I'm saying? I don't really come across those, because when I'm out here hustling, that's the last thing I'm thinking about is being lonely. You know what I'm saying? I don't have those feelings. I don't have those emotions. So I can't really say. But the only advice I could give is know what you're doing it for. You know what I'm talking about? Know what you're doing it. Don't just be out here to get a check, because for all that, you can stay home and get a check. You ain't gotta be OTR and get a check. You can be local and get a check. So if you're feeling lonely, you might need to find something that will prevent you from having that feeling. You don't even gotta be local. You can probably get regional, dedicated, or whatever, to where you around the people that you feeling lonely from when you ain't around them. And plus, you know, we in 2022, man. Technology, you feel me? Keep your FaceTime on, my boy. You feel me? Keep your FaceTime on and talk to whoever you need to talk to down the road. You should be alright, because I don't know if there's any special remedy that would help you from feeling lonely. If you feel lonely, I don't know what that would be, other than take your ass home. You know what I mean? Running the open road might not be for you, but you've been doing it for a little while now. You still a young buck, so I don't know. You might need to reevaluate whether or not you should be doing that. But again, being 20-something years old is more so like you still trying to figure out what the hell you want to do, in my mind. Because when I was 24 years old, you know, we running the streets, you know what I'm talking about? So we weren't really thinking about the next day. We was thinking about the current 24 hours. That's how we was doing it. So just keep that in mind. But there's different type of drivers out here. There's a big difference between drivers. You have drivers that's just driving to drive. Then you got drivers that's out here with a plan, a goal that they're working towards. And then you got the third driver that's just a hustler. You could know the difference. You know what I'm saying? You could distinguish the difference if you paid attention, or if you watching who you watching. You know, you watching the YouTube truckers or people that you see at the truck stops or whoever you come in contact with. You could know the type of drivers. There's 3 different drivers. There might even be more, but I'm just gonna say 3. You got the drivers that's just driving to drive, and you got the drivers that's working towards the goal to hop up out the truck at some point in time. They're just trying to run it up and get up out of it. And then you got the hustler. Now, the hustler is just somebody that's trying to get the money at all means, man. We ain't got no real attachment. You notice I said we, so you know well for all that. We ain't got no real attachment to none of that. We're just trying to figure out how to run it up and transition into another hustle. You might want to figure out which type of driver you are before you invest in anything that might be detrimental to your financial situation. Don't bite off more than you can chew, then you realize you don't even like the food. You know what I'm talking about? How do you figure out which type of driver are you? If you've been driving 5 to 7 years and you still in the same position you've been at when you started, you just driving to drive. Oh yeah, I know I might ruffle some feathers on that one, but you know your boy don't care. With all due respect, there might not be no respect on this video, my boy. If you a driver and you've been driving 5, damn near 7 years, almost 10, and you in the same position that you've been in, then you just driving to drive. Let me put an asterisk next to that one though, because there's some drivers that's content with doing what they're doing because they're doing fine. Y'all get excluded out the equation because y'all made up your mind that I'm gonna just drive, take care of my family, you know, put my kids through college, put some money in my 401k, mind my business, and run it up. Salute to you, my boy. We ain't talking about y'all because y'all made up your mind. But you got drivers that just driving to drive and never really made up their mind yet. They get a check, they blow it. They get a check, they spend it on the at the titty bar. They get a check, they buying prostitutes. They get a check, they buying clothes, and you see what I'm saying? You see the pattern that they have? Make the money, spend the money. Make the money, spend the money. Make the money, spend the money. We not talking about those people. They in the same position. They just driving to drive. You got the driver that's out here working towards a goal. They get the money, they invest in it. Yeah, I made 2 bands for the week. Yeah, let me put 1,000 in some crypto. Or I made 4 bands for the week. Let me put $2,000 in some crypto and pay the bills up on this thing or whatever. Or I made 6 bands for the week. Or let me put 3 aside because I'm trying to buy a truck by next summer. These are the type of drivers that they have something that they're working towards. And then you got the hustler. Yeah, he putting his money in everything, man. Yeah, he made 6 bands for the week. Yeah, he got 1,000 in crypto. He got 1,000 in stocks. He got 1,000 in his maintenance account. He got 1,000 here, and then he figuring out other ways how to flip that. It's very important that if you're trying to watch or get game from somebody, that you figure out what type of person are you watching. Don't let that street talk fool you, man. Just because you talking street don't mean that you know what you got going on. Just because you talking street don't mean that you talking right. You know what I'm saying? You can be from the street and be a total fool, man. Respectfully. Because there ain't no damn way in hell you could be out here taking L's and L's and L's and L's and more L's than you from the street. Not to say that everybody from the street is going to be successful at running the business. Because don't get it twisted. Yeah, driving a truck is running a business. Well, not driving a truck, but owning a truck is running a business. You know? And if you come from that cloth, you already know that you can't mess up the money. You can't mess up the money. Last thing you do if you mess up the money, you're gonna have to start from scratch. You might have to chop up a ivory soap and do what you gotta do. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. If not, don't worry about it. It ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? You might have to re-up off some soap. But to avoid all that, you should be having a goal or a plan. And you could sit back and just watch other people and figure out, yo, that's not what I'm not trying to do. I'm not trying to be like this guy. I think that's the good approach to take over looking at somebody and be like, yeah, I want to be just like this guy. You got to look at both sides of it. You got to look at the L's and then you got to look at the wins. See, the difference between driver A and driver C is that the shit that matters to driver A, driver C don't give a damn about. So he's more so focused on the things that's gonna only make him prosper. He not worrying about things that don't involve the money. He could care less about all that. His personal life and everything like that. If it's not involving the money, driver C could give a damn about it. And I know money is not everything. Yeah, money don't make money don't buy happiness. Money don't do all these other things that people speak about. But that's what we out here for. We can't lose sight of that. That's what we out here for. If it wasn't for that, if it wasn't for the money, why you running the road? What you out here? You know what I'm saying? You could do a plethora of other things if you really want to. But you out here, you might as well get the most of it, not being out here driving down the road thinking about what's going back at home that you can't control, or you take your ass back home and you still can't control it because you done lost out, you done missed out. You gotta know what type of driver you are, man. That's the number one way of being successful, in my opinion. Know what type of driver you are. Know what type of person you are, man. You comfortable within yourself? You cool? You cool with not seeing certain people on a regular basis? You cool with the person that you're talking to that she understand your plan? You cool with that? You cool with the person that you're talking to that she don't understand your plan? You cool with that too? All of that matters. KB focused on himself. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. KB focused on himself. Been focused on himself for a long time. So I guess that's for me and the hustlers like me, we ain't really too worried about it. We don't fall off track. We steady the course. Hey, I see what's going on, man, from day one. If y'all think I'm bullshitting, especially new subscribers, bro. First of all, shout out to new subscribers. But if y'all think I'm bullshitting, just go back and look at the archives, man. From the beginning to now. You tell me what's been different. Other than the level up, of course. But the mindset never changed, man. Everything I said I was going to do, I did it. And continue to do it. There's a lot of things I'm still going to do that I ain't really, talk about or whatever the case may be. But that's how it goes, man. You say you're going to do something, you go ahead and do it. That's the difference between you and I. Or the difference between you and them. You got a plan, you stick with it. You got to be... That's the definition of a saying, though. You're doing the same thing, expecting different results. You jump from this place to this place to this place to this place. At some point in time, you got to realize and recognize the common denominator. Your punk ass. Yeah, every company ain't going to be peaches and cream and dollars and flowers and all that good stuff. Nah, we know that. But you are the one common denominator. You control you. It's like any other career, profession. You stick with it until you get what you want out of it. You don't keep switching and switching and switching. You never gonna be able to succeed if you keep jumping and jumping and jumping around. Nipsey the Great said it. The difference between you and I is I never gave up. That's what he said. I never stopped. He didn't get to where he was at by quitting. He didn't get to where he at by complaining and stopping. He didn't get there by that. That's the difference. Difference between you and I study the course, man. I study the course. I stay on my path. I keep my head down and I do what I need to do, man. There's no real book of success, man. There's no book of success. You just need to stick with it. Stay out the way. I guarantee you get to where you're trying to be at. That's for the hustlers. And if you out here running the road and you feel like that, get in the comment section, man. Let me know. Why do you feel lonely? Don't be ashamed, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Say what it is. What's the reason behind it? Because at the same time, everybody didn't grow up the same way. So that might play a big factor. You know, you probably was that one person that used to get the back of your neck rubbed for every situation. It'll be okay, boy. It'll be okay, baby. Yeah, it'll be okay. Don't worry about it. And then you had the other people that you going through some things. Ain't nobody care. Yeah, they kicking your ass and be like, you'll be alright. Yeah, you'll be cool. Don't worry about it. So we might not just might not express our feelings the same type of way. That loneliness though doesn't occur because it ain't a thing for us. It ain't never been a thing for us. Understanding the underlying factor is highly important to figuring out why the way you feel the way you feel. I'm just saying. Yeah, but I'm out here Jersey riding. I got 58 miles to go to Allentown, PA. Drop this trailer. By the time I get there, it should be about 4 in the morning. It's currently 3:02. Y'all gonna see what it look like when I get over there. Just an empty lot, but apparently it's a tight situation. So hopefully it ain't gonna have your boy going through all of this training and work that I done attained over the years. I'm gonna have to put it to work tonight. Hopefully not. Hopefully a whole bunch of trailers ain't blocking the way. But we gonna see when we get out there, man. I'll let y'all in a little bit. Yeah, man, made it here in one piece at 4:20. That's a nice number. But we out here. I see one dude right there. He made it here already. Man, it was I ain't documented, but it was some tight situations, man. It was some tight situations, but all is well. You feel me? I'm just go ahead and back up and get the hell up out of here. I ain't gonna do like this dude. I ain't staying over here, man. Hell no, I'm up out of here. Yeah, man. But as y'all know, I am Red Eye KB, the voice of the streets, and this is what we do. Give you real life, in-depth talk, show you what's going on in the trucking world. And for one thing for sure, man, two things for certain, I am not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm definitely here to tell you what need to be heard. And take it as you will. You feel me? With that being said, I'ma holla at y'all on the next one. You did. One time.